Hello, I'm Jim Shook and I work at JWT Sydney. I came from Draft FCB as well in Chicago and Y&R in Chicago. And I used semiotics on KFC as well as Kmart to really break out of sort of some really staid category truisms, sort of the bite and smile of the fast food category and the normal sort of retail ad that Kmart was seeing, and we really wanted to get around, what of these things can we break and not do so we can stand out. Semiotics gives you a shortcut to meaning. As planners, we tend to look and dig and dig and dig for meaning, and this is actually a really quick way to sort of assess what's going on in the category and why it means what it does, and ultimately how we can break some of those conventions. Particularly on a pitch situation, it's a great tool to have in your belt, because you kind of get that shortcut and get rid of the expected things right away so you can get to the goal a little bit quicker, which I think is invaluable. And on an existing client, I think it allows you to bring another argument to the table as to why they should act differently and maybe break some of those conventions that they've been trying for years in some cases to get you to different, more standout work.
So Jim, thank you for that. If I were to say to you that a good planner would kind of do what semiotics gives anyway, what might you say to that?
I would say that, I suppose starting from ground zero on a client, yes, a good planner would probably intuitively look at what's going on in the category and put forth some sort of recommendation on how to be different executionally. But I think what we would probably miss is sort of the meaning or the codes behind what those things mean and how important they are. I mean, you wouldn't really get a sense of importance on, what's driving the meaning behind how the category looks and how it behaves and talks. You would certainly know sort of the bare bones of what's going on in a category and how it's supposed to look, but you wouldn't necessarily know what's driving that or how important those things are.
Okay, that's really good. So if I said to you, what does semiotics give that research alone doesn't? What might you say to that in your experience?
I think research is great because obviously you're going out and finding out what you need to find out, and there's a place for that, but at the end of the day, it's only as good as the questions you ask, which can be extremely helpful. Not downplaying research in any way, but semiotics, I think, is a rigor and a study behind the meaning of how things are versus the outcome of an interview, I suppose would be the difference.
So some people have said to me that semiotics is like being Sherlock Holmes, where you look at the clues and that tells you a whole load of answers, and talking to people tells you a whole load of answers. I was wondering what you think of that observation.
I think that's true, but at the end of the day, those things need to work hand in hand.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
One does not equal the other, I suppose.